Welcome back to G-Town Studio. I wanted to reach out today to you drummers sitting in your local church, kind of keeping your talents under wraps, or maybe you've just joined a ministry team, but you're a little bit overwhelmed by the technical aspects and the musical direction and just what's expected of you. You see, 6 years ago, I approached my local megachurch. I was excited to want to play drums and serve for the church, and I found myself quickly overwhelmed. I was serving 3 to 4 times between a month between 2 different churches, and I just was not in my comfort zone at all. I was not used to playing to backing tracks or with a click. I wasn't sure exactly what was expected of me. I wasn't used to the musical style that was being played, and I crashed and burned several times. I just didn't have a true mentor, and it doesn't need to be like that. I'm hoping that this video will give you some insight of what to think about if you're going to pursue playing drums for your local church, and how to best support the team, and how to be genuine and real in your playing for the church. So what's the most important thing to consider before even approaching your church? And to me, it's heart before beat. That was something I heard in a worship drummer podcast early on when I was starting to play at churches. And the big thing is, do the core beliefs of the church, does the core message of the songs that you're playing, do those ring true to your heart? Do you believe in those same core beliefs? Do you support and believe in the ministry of the song and where those words are coming from? And if they do, then you're golden. But if not, no big deal. Find a different church, find a different organization or group, because your heart is going to shine through your playing. It's going to be in your body language, in your passion for that song. So make sure that you do believe in the message. Next up is knowing that for many in the local music ministry, this is volunteer serving. So do you have the financial security and the time and the ability to serve your church and your team without pay? Or do you need to find a church that does pay their musicians for their time and their effort? If it is a necessity to you, then make sure you ask that question early on. If it doesn't matter, let it be a surprise. If you do get paid, you could always tithe it back. And then if you are looking to supplement your income with playing at more churches and you want to find those that do pay, then seek those out after you've been established at your home church. You can always use your home church as a reference and find those churches that do pay musicians for their time and their effort. And you can use that to supplement your working drummer income. After sorting all that out, it's time to get connected. Contact the worship pastor. Find out if there's a need for a drummer. What's the audition process? How do you get connected to the team? And if there is an audition process, what song will you be playing? And is it to backing tracks? Is there a click? If there is, can you get a copy of that so you can practice to it and really just get to know that song inside and out? There are 3 things over the years that I found that to focus on. Number 1 is your tempo, the timing. Can you lock into the groove of that song? Is it so slow that you just really need to subdivide everything, but really get to know that tempo and lock into the groove? Number 2 are the transitions. How does a song start? How does it go from verse to chorus, chorus to verse? How does it go to the bridge? Is there a stop? What beat does it stop on? And when does it come back in? And how does the song end? Number 3 is the dynamics. Do you come in loud? Do you come in soft? Is there a gradual build throughout the song? But really get to know the dynamics and leave yourself room to build as necessary. When it comes down to it, your job is to support the song, the message. When people are coming into the congregation, they're coming there to worship. They may have gone through some tragic experience and they're coming there for comfort. Your job is to not stand out. It's to support the song. You don't need a flashy fill. You don't need a complicated beat. What I found for most worship music is less is more, and support that song. One of the biggest recommendations I can make is a great set of in-ear monitors, and ideally custom molds. I did try Shure SC535s for the first couple years that I was playing in churches, but I found that there was just too much bleed through from how loud our instrument is. So no matter how great the drivers are, and they are great on these, I mean, guitarists, bass players, piano players, singers, they can use these. These work great. But for drummers, there's just too much bleed through because they're not custom molded to fit your ears. Too much is coming through. So you end up having to turn up the mix, and by the end of 3 services, your ears are ringing. So I got some Ultimate Ears custom molds. These ended up being an ear saver for sure. These were about $900, the UE 11 Pros. These UE 6 Pros were $500. These have more bass. This is a more complete mix. But regardless, both of these work great. And the reason is that they fit my ears perfectly. And it blocks out 80 to 90% of the sound from my drums, so I can turn down the mix, get everything I want, and I can definitely hear what's going on. I can hear the musical director. I can hear the guitarist. I can hear the bass player. I can turn up, turn down, and just get a great mix, plus take what's coming through the board into my monitors for my drums and just accentuate stuff that I want to hear and turn down stuff I don't want to hear. I can hear the click. I can hear everything. So I would definitely recommend a great set of in-ear monitors. Tons of companies, as long as they're custom molded to fit your ears, that's what matters. It's the blocking out of the sound. The drivers, to me, don't matter that much as long as it is blocking out the sound of the drums and you're controlling the mix coming into your ears. One last thing that may help you with the audition, as well as future worship songs, is searching up YouTube tutorials, covers, or live performances of the song. For most popular worship songs, you'll find plenty of other drummers who have posted how they play the song, or even better, finding the actual worship team that wrote the song playing it live in a service, or even of a drum cover of the song. All of these can help you figure out the original main parts, and sometimes it can get really hard to decipher just what the drummer is doing when it's buried behind so many other layers to the song. There are also paid tutorial resources out there that you may want to consider once you're on the team. The musical tutorial sites will show you exactly how the parts are being played, which can help you focus more on practicing the songs instead of figuring out what's being played. I personally use Worship Online, which seems to have most of the songs the churches I play at use, and the site just gets right to how it's being played. It's not a music lesson site, but it's more a music parts site. Once you find the song that you're going to be playing, you can go right to the drums. You'll be able to see the beats per minute, and you get a great overhead shot of just how the song is being played. And then you can take that and apply it to how you're going to play it when you're going to play the song. The other thing is you can search up all the different and current songs on these sites and make set lists for what you're going to be playing in the weeks ahead. Well, I hope this video encourages you to approach your local church about serving behind the kit. I think you'll find it very rewarding. And I would love to hear your own experiences, as well as anything else that I can help you with or any other questions you have. Be on the lookout for other videos that'll go more into specific detail on what you can do to support the song or improve as a worship drummer. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.